Hello and welcome people of the internet to my channel. We are here with our TBL Season 6 Week 5 battle against the Seatle Dragonairs. They are a very strong opponent and a good friend of mine. So please be sure to enjoy the battle as I try to basically win against all odds because this is a difficult matchup. So my opponent has a very strong team and you will see that I have done my best to counter all the threats that I saw on their team. And you'll see that in the team builder, they did not bring the threat that I thought they were going to bring. There is no Volcanion. Let's go. Let's go. I was terrified of that thing. That just means flip turn is free. Flip turn is just 100% free. So what do I think they're going to lead with? I think they are going to lead with the Rillaboom. Personally, I think that is the most logical lead that they can make. And I think my best choice here is just lead with the Entei. I think if I lead with the Entei, I can try to get off a... Because Entei does not care about most of his team. And it should live a single high horsepower if they doesn't burn. But it should also outspeed the Rillaboom. Looking at my calcs, Entei should outspeed Rillaboom that is not Scarfed. If it's a Scarf Rillaboom, then it's a Scarf Rillaboom. And they're going to lead with the Jolteon. So the question is, what do they click here? What do they logically click here that concerns me? Okay, so they got Special Attacker in Sylveon, Jolteon. I'm assuming probably physical Flygon here then. And it's possibly... Yeah, they've got a lot of physical Pokemon. I'm honestly just going to click Extreme Speed here. That does a chunk. Oh, it's a crit! A crit right off the bat. And here comes the Volt Switch. Okay, so we get to see what they go into. And yeah, I think we're just going to have to see what they go into here and make a decision based on that. Flygon makes sense. Are they going to go into Persian? Okay. Do they think I'm Banded? I don't think I outspeed Persian here. I do not outspeed Persian. I don't want anything stats to get lowered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Sacred Fire, and if they stay in, they stay in. If they don't... Oh, they're not fast Persian. They're bulky Persian. They're slow, bulky Persian. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I need to remember that. I need to make a note of that just so I don't get caught up in the future. So they're going to go into Flygon here. They know I'm not banded because I have swapped moves. So the question is, what do they click? What does Flygon logically click? Flygon outspeeds me, doesn't it? It outspeeds me by 1 point. Okay, so I'm going to go into my... Yeah, I'm going to go into Mandibuzz. This is going to give me information here, so it's going to go for Substitute. Okay. It's good knowledge. I click Tailwind here. It's going to go for a D-Dance. I thought it might go for a D-Dance. So what this Mandibuzz set will do is it's not going to outspeed a D-Dance Flygon. Which means it gets to take the hit, or in this case take a D-Dance here, break the sub. Well, it's not going to quite break it, but it's going to weaken the sub, and it's going to let my Keldeo come in. So, Flygon is now double speed. Which means in comes Keldeo. I'm going to sack off the Keldeo to break the sub. If they could choose to go for another D-Dance and get greedy, then they choose to go for it. But if they kill Keldeo, then my Dracozolt comes in and just nukes this thing. So they're going to go for the Earthquake. That is fine. That is fine. They choose to kill Keldeo, which is what I kind of wanted here. Because it means Dracozolt just comes in. And I click Draco Meteor. This play here is crucial. This is crucial. Because I just took out one of the biggest threats already. Keldeo was meant to sack off to kill this Flygon. And it did its job. So Keldeo's done its job. And it's probably making my opponent wonder, how did I outspeed? This is why I chose to go Scarf with Tailwind. They're going to go to Rillaboom here. So now, we don't stay in against Rillaboom. We have -2, we don't stay in. It's a needless sack if we stayed in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out, back out into my Tailwind setter. And we're just going to try to get up another Tailwind here. So Rillaboom goes for the knockoff. We're fine with that. We lose our boots. Don't care. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click Defog. And see how they play this. So they're playing this by going into Persian. That's fine. Persian is fine. We get rid of the terrain. Which is what we wanted to happen anyway. So this is going according to plan, weirdly. I know I've lost a Pokemon, but so have they. And they've lost probably a bigger one than I have. They're going to go for the taunt, preventing me from setting up. Personally, can't blame them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click U-turn. So they're going to go for the parting shot. They're going to find out they're faster. Well, they probably found that out from the taunt. But yeah, they know we're faster. They're faster, so we get to see what they go into first, and then I'm going to U-turn. I'm not meant to do much damage anyway, so they're going to go into Sylveon. That's good. Could not have asked for anything better, to be honest. Because Sylveon will provide me with a perfect setup chance for Stealth Rocks and Sand. But I'm also going to get to see what the damage output is like. So Sand was not primary plan, but I don't mind being on this plan. Because they're going to think Heavy Slam incoming. And they're going to, yeah, just literally pass out. They're going to pass out. Can't fault this play in the slightest. Passing out into Persian. I'm fine with this. We're getting up rocks. Have we actually seen anything that can remove rocks? honest question, have we seen anything that can remove rocks? I don't think he's bought any of his defoggers. Flygon was his only defogger. These rocks are here to stay. Okay. So I'm going to click Stone Edge. I'm just going to see what they're going to go into. They're going to go for Rain Dance. Intriguing. Okay. I'm fine with this. I'm chill. We're chill. This version's going to take a Stealth Rocks. Not Stealth Rock, Stone Edge. And they're going to get critted. Because high crit chance. And yeah, we're just going to keep applying pressure. This feels like they're going to go out into Jolteon. Parting Shot. Yep, that's fine. What are they going to go out into? Rillaboom or Jolt? Rillaboom. Okay, good choice, because that means that my Earthquake is about to get halved. Yeah, that was a solid read on my opponent's side. And bringing Rain Dance on the Persian, I have to commend my opponent for that. They identified that Sand was going to be a threat, and they opted to make sure that there was an answer to it. Is this the leftovers? Leftovers, great. Okay, good information. Because they've also now weakened fire type attacks, which means I want to stall out this rain as much as I can. So they're going to withdraw. They're doubling out to get safely back into Sylveon. I have to scout this. If I scout this wrong, I lose. Sylveon is going to click Wish. So I'm going to see how defensive this Sylveon is. It's rather defensive, okay. But it looks like a crit would kill. So this thing has to have Protect here. But it's going to Bat and Pass. And it's going to Bat and Pass into... This is good for me because it's stalling out the rain turns here. Persian. Okay, come on. Crit it. Crit the Persian. Ah, we missed. So the rain has stopped. Okay. Okay, Persian, what are you doing? Going for the foul play, okay. So Persian's going to go for the foul play. That's good to know. Because what I want to do here is I want to go into my Mandibuzz. I can see what they're doing. They're trying to keep their health up. So if foul plays my Mandibuzz, that's not going to do anything. And we're just going to go for the U-turn here. They're going to go for the taunt. Yep, that's what I knew they were going for the taunt. That is exactly what I needed them to do. So I got off my U-turn. Which does decent enough damage. And... I'm going to go into... Draxel. I've identified that this thing is physically defensive. I don't know what its special defense is like. So I'm going to click Flamethrower here. And let's just see what it does. We get the burn as well. So they're going to go for the parting shot. That's fine. I just want to see what they go into. More than anything, I just want to see what they go into. It is specially defensive, though. Which is important information. So they're going into Sylveon again. Thing is, these rocks are chipping down these Pokemon more and more each time. So I'm going to force the Persian play again. And we're going to get the sand back up. So they're wish passing back into the Persian again, by the looks of things. Well, we're going to Stone Edge either way. The Sylveon can stay in. Oh, it's going to go for the Reflect. Oh, come on. Stone Edge crits. Come on. No crit, and it is going to survive the Sandstorm. We just need to get one crit with the Stone Edge. So now, does it have Protect? That's the question here. It has Hyper Voice. If we land the Stone Edge, we take down Sylveon. We land the Stone Edge! Okay, Sylveon's down. Dragon moves are free. Dark Pokemon are free. Fighting Pokemon are free. Two big threats are down and out for the count. And in comes Jolteon. And honestly, they just sack it off. I'm just going to click Earthquake. They're sacking this thing off. They're going to go for the Volt Switch. That's fine. It is dead on the next bring in. They have to go into Rillaboom. And this is less turns on Reflect for me. That Jolteon's as good as dead. Persian's coming in burned. And it's going to be taking rocks damage. It's going to be taking burn damage. And it has to click Rain Dance this turn. This just gives me all the time to stall out the Reflect. And once the Reflect's down, there's nothing to set it back up again. I'm just going to go back into my Mandibuzz. So here comes the Rain Dance. Which is honestly fine. Here's the 3-minute warning. We're just going to U-turn. They're going to go for the taunt, which is not going to affect me in the slightest. Because I'm not trying to get up the... I'm not trying to get it up. I'm not trying to get up Tailwind. Honestly, at this point, it's a question of, do they just sack it off? What do they do? And I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to click Draco. Because honestly, why wouldn't I? Why would I not click Draco here? The biggest checks to Draco are down. They go into Rillaboom. Okay. And the Rillaboom takes Draco. I'm just going to see how defensive this thing is. That did not take that comfortably. Terrain and leftovers is going to keep it alive, and it's going to mean it's out of range of a second one. So we just honestly go into Gravekeeper here, and then just U-turn back in. There's not a lot that this thing can do to Gravekeeper. They're withdrawing. They go into Lopunny. Lopunny's making its first appearance. Okay. Triple Axle. Well, we tanked that. We tanked that nicely. And we literally just go into super heavy here. We let it get burned, and then we punch to the face. We use priority and punch to the face. Rain stopped. The bunny heals from terrain. And we get burned. And I'm just going to click my punch. It's up to my opponent. Does he want to stall out the timer, or does he want to get one more round in? Looks like he's just not going to let me get this kill. Okay. Well, that is GG's. Absolute. Well played. Really had me on my toes there. Thank you so much for that battle. So thank you everyone for coming out to see this video and watching it. If you've made it to this point, congratulations. And please hit that subscribe button and that like button. And please tune in for next week's battle of the TBL. There's no battle in the coming week because we are on a week break. But there will be so it'll be 2 weeks now until the next battle comes out. But thank you all so much. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye!